Okay, this video is how to fix a GE fridge that was not dispensing water or ice. Anytime you would go to depress the lever to make water or ice come out, this light would dim and the whole refrigerator would shut off and then come right back on. It was essentially like cycling power, pulling out the plug and putting the plug back in. So I noticed the dim light suggesting that it was like a power draw issue. So I started first looking into all of this, and I disconnected two things. The add-on heater, which is a fix for if your line's freezing for dispensing water, and then also the light bulb down there. I disconnected both of those, and then the problem still continued. So I went around to the back side, and I even disconnected the water valve right here. And while the system would work, it would trigger the relay to actuate the solenoid. So the relay coming from over here that I'll show you in a minute. But as soon as that load hit to this particular solenoid, the refrigerator would shut off and come back on again. And it was the same for turning the auger for the ice or crushing the ice. Basically any kind of a load would cause the refrigerator to reset. So after I took off the cover over here thinking it was a faulty issue, I'm trying to get better light. There we go. Thinking it was a faulty issue with, so basically these are the control lines. That yellow line turns on the water solenoid, and that's the common for that, and then that's the auger and the ice chipper part, and these are the relays that go for that. To go along with that. I thought I would find an issue in this part of the board that was causing a load or something, but when I was back here, my eye caught a relay a capacitor that was up here, and this that I'm pointing to right now is actually a replaced capacitor. So the one up above it was a twin to this capacitor that used to be here. So I'm making the video after the fact. This was a 470 microfarad at 25 volt, and the one below it had a puffed up top. So the top of it was starting to explode basically from all the heat that this thing was generating. So the heat killed the capacitor, and that was causing a less than proper voltage to go through the transformer and thus the rest of the system. So I pulled out that capacitor and replaced it with one I happened to have that was a 470 microfarad 35 volt. So you can always increase the voltage on a capacitor, it just increases the diameter. So if you have the space to fit it in, you can certainly fit it in, and I did so with that. So I'll go to the other side and you can see how it's a replacement part. See down the bottom, it's not quite fit all the way in. It's kind of hard with that little guy right beside it, but the whole thing's on right now, so I'm trying not to shock myself too much. There you go, that's a good angle of it. You can see how the bottom one, the bottom bigger one, is a newer aftermarket one that I've added. It says I think C29, and that one's C30. So this one's probably gonna go soon as well, and I could have replaced both, but I'll get to that when I need to, because the refrigerator had to be off to do all that. So after I replaced that one, I plugged it back in, and everything works like a champ, and it should be good to go for a little bit longer. I'm going to go in and show the model number on the refrigerator. And that is the model number of the refrigerator. It should work on a lot of these models, GSS, GSJ. A lot of those have similar electronics on the background. So one more time again, that's the control line, that's the relay, and then up here this voltage regulation coming from the door controls. All those come in through here, then have to get sourced by this. So I think it was the load up on the control board up front that was causing this to reset, and then that caused the whole, like even the compressor and condenser fan down here shut off whenever I would go to dispense water, and then it would come back on as it would for a power cycle. So hopefully that helps somebody out. I know it's kind of a tricky fix to do, but you can get that replacement part on DigiKey for about $5. shipped to your door. The board is conformally coated, so it's a little tricky to desolder, but anybody that owns a soldering gun, if not you, a friend, should be able to fix that for you. Okay, good luck.